So yesterday...
Before we start, can I get the timer ready?
Yeah?
I'll get the timer ready.
Get the timer ready.
Right, after you, Daz.
So, obviously, yesterday we were talking about the 12:30 game. It was at Goodison Park. It was between Everton and Manchester United. Everton couldn't win a game. A lot of people didn't give them a chance. And then, they managed to get the result 1-0 over Manchester United. Crookie, so probably over to you. I thought it was a really good performance from Everton. I thought they had to dig in. I thought Manchester United started off really well. But what did you think, Crookie?
I think United started well. I agree that they had some good moments going forward. I thought out of possession, they were a disgrace. I thought the lack of tracking back, the lack of closing down, the lack of pressing for a team managed by somebody who's supposed to be the master of the gegenpress. There was no pressing in that game. Everton showed hunger, desire, commitment, determination. United didn't show any of that, and I'm not saying anything I've not already said before, because it's been a wretched season for Manchester United. It's a horrible group of players, a group of players who seem to be living off the trappings of playing for Manchester United, but don't actually want to put a shift in on the pitch. And it's a group of players that needs a complete overhaul. Obviously, Ten Hag now seems to be the chosen one. I think United are just delaying announcing his appointment until Ajax have settled their league campaign. I think they're still in the Dutch Cup as well, but I think that will happen. But if I was Ten Hag watching that yesterday, I'd run a mile. I really would, because he's going to walk into a toxic dressing room. Yes, we know players are going to move on. The fact that Paul Pogba is being allowed to go on a long farewell tour is baffling to me. He should be nowhere near the team. He's got no commitment to Manchester United. He's shown very little commitment to Manchester United since he returned, so just stop picking him. Suddenly Juan Mata, having been ignored all season, seems to be the answer to problems. I can't get my head around that. Nemanja Matic still lumbering around in midfield. Wan-Bissaka seems to get worse by the game. There are so many players that need moving on. And actually, I thought Marcus Rashford carried a threat yesterday. Had a couple of shots on goal in the first half. I didn't understand the decision to take him off. He is somebody that Manchester United need to nurture. They need to put an arm around the shoulder. They need to try and get him back to his best. Ralf Rangnick taking him off at half-time yesterday is only going to shatter his confidence even more. I saw a tweet actually. It's almost exactly 3 years ago from when Manchester United lost 4-0 at Goodison Park against the same opponents. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the manager, then came out after the game and said, some of these players won't be here next year. Well, what about this? 9 of the 11 who started that game are still Manchester United players. 6 of them played yesterday. So in 3 years, we're still wasting our time with the same underperforming group of players. The Jesse Lingard situation is bizarre. They've fought tooth and nail to stop him going to Newcastle on deadline day. I know people inside the camp at St James's Park were frustrated with the way that transfer played out. Still, they won't use him on the pitch. I mean, there are so many problems there. And that's why I say, unless Ten Hag has some guarantees that he will be allowed to completely revamp the dressing room, he will get final say on transfers, I just don't see how it can work. He's a brilliantly run club in Ajax. He's going to walk into an absolute shambles at Manchester United.
Daz?
Yeah, it's not as long.
What was it?
2:56.
Still long with chunkers.
It was good. A lot of sense being spoken. Did you think, and we was discussing this off air, pound for pound, is this the worst Man United team that you remember?
Comfortably. But it's not just about football quality, and I keep saying this. It's about attitude and application. And those group of players are stinking the place out with their attitude and their lack of application. There's been worse Manchester United players than people like Jadon Sancho, but at least they'll fight for the badge. Jadon Sancho cost an awful lot of money. Manchester United spent 2 years going on a charm offensive to get Jadon Sancho to Old Trafford. He's probably produced in 6 games this season. He's been poor. Varane's been poor.
Yeah, Varane's
Ronaldo, we've not even spoken about the fact that Ronaldo is filmed knocking a mobile phone seemingly out of the hand of a young supporter, and actually he's basically admitted that on social media and invited the supporter to go and watch a game at Old Trafford. What are you doing? You're supposed to be an ambassador. You're supposed to be one of the best footballers in the world. Why are you so petulant that that's how you react to a defeat? And do you know what? That moment, caught on camera, is almost a microcosm of Manchester United as a football club. That sense of entitlement that Ronaldo and his teammates have had all season. Get rid of them all.